Haba naman yung time natin. Edit ko lang po ha. Where is it? Wait lang po. Ay, mahina ako. Hindi ko gari matanggal. Wait lang ha. Kaya binubura ko na lang. I don't know what's wrong with this one. Lagay yung isang buo. Wait lang po. Sige, mamaya na lang. What's wrong with you? Sir Benedict. Sir Benedict. Sabihin mo kay Ma'am Angela ha. Kay HR. Na ha? Sabihin, alam naman ni Dean, nasabi ko na kay Dean, ikaw na ang magti-take over. Tapos ay di-inform mo na lang si Ma'am Angela dun sa schedule. Kasi ikaw naman ay nakapag-bio na eh.
Sabi niyo po, is 7 to 10 Thursday sa kanila.
Oo, oo. Parang wala naman silang klase nga. Ay, hindi ko lang alam. Tanungin mo kung wala silang klase. Or pwede naman
Pero
natin...
na-mention ko nga sa bukas ko muna sila yung naman 5 to 6:30. Tapos yung other half, yung hanapan na. Pero yun yung propose ko is Thursday. Kapag okay sa kanila.
Di ano mo na lang. Ikaw na lang mag-coordinate. Then inform mo na lang si Ma'am Angela. Hindi ko kasi matanggal. Kaya binubura ko na lang ng ganito. Lalagay ko na ako ng bago. Haba naman yung time natin kaya okay lang. Wait lang ha. Bandwidth. Baka mamaya naman ay mag-okay na to. Later na yan. Meron pa dito. Okay na sila. Yun. Wait lang po. Carry na to. Carry na. Nakuha lahat. Ay, ayaw na. You're so madamo. Parang mas madali pang magbura. Okay. Ready na. Sige na. Ay. Okay, so good morning po ulit. So for today, this one will be of course included sa ating midterm exam. So this one po yung what do you call that? Yung computation. Ano? So it's about information processing theory. So we need to know the amount of information, percent redundancy of information, the response time for that information, ano ba? Bandwidth and channel capacity. Yan. Okay. So yon, nasabi ko na, upon completion of this module, the students will be able to explain information processing theory, measure the amount of information, so amount of information for likely or equally likely, or not equally likely, for with constraints, then percent redundancy, reaction times, for simple reaction time, choice reaction time, and Hickman's law or your channel or bandwidth capacity. Information in the everyday sense of the word is knowledge received regarding a particular fact. So for that one, di ba everyday naman, a lot of information ang na-encounter natin. That could be spoken, pwede rin na oral or written, pwede rin signals, pwede rin numbers, o kaya naman ay images. So yun yung mga information. And with that information, so that helps us to decide. Ano? So that information is a knowledge, sabi na nga natin, knowledge received regarding a particular fact na nag-help us sa atin to decide as to what type of response yung gagawin natin or as to what type of reaction. So in the technical sense, information is the reduction of uncertainty about that fact. Okay, say for example, I'm going to flip a coin. Nung ipag flip ko yung coin, dalawa lang yung option. Ano? So pwede siyang tail or pwedeng head yung maging outcome. Ano? So syempre, sa una is hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung lalabas. Hindi ko alam kung pag finlip ko ba yung coin, ang lalabas ay, what's the probability na ang lalabas ay head, or what is the probability na ang lumabas ay, tawag nito, tail. Yan. So, Information is the reduction of uncertainty about that fact. So, say for example, if flip ko yung coin at ang lumabas ay tail, what is that probability? No. So, meron tayong for equally likely at for not equally likely o kaya naman ay for with constraints. So, mamaya aalamin natin yan. So, there is a relationship between the likelihood of an event and the amount of information it conveys, which can be quantified through the mathematical definition of information. So, information simply is what? The probability or the amount of information conveyed by an event with a probability of that event. Ano ko nili? Ang event ay either a head or a tail. So, yung information doon is yung probability na ang lalabas ay either head or tail. Okay? Yan. Information theory. So, the relationship between the likelihood or probability of an event and the amount of information it conveys is fundamental to information theory. So, significant or importante yung relationship ng probability ng event na yon at saka yung amount of information present doon sa event. Okay? So, kailangan malaman natin yung amount ng information at the same time yung probability ng event. No, see, for example, ilan ba yung event? 7. O kaya naman ay 2 lang. No? So, iba't ibang stimuli or kaya naman pare-parehas na stimuli. So, maintindihan yan kapag nag-example tayo mamaya. So, information theory measures information in bits, where a bit is the amount of information required to decide between two likely alternatives. Pag sinabi natin bits or bit, that is the smallest unit of information. Okay? Smallest unit of information. Okay. The term bit came from the first and last part of the words binary digit. Bit, binary digit, used in computer and communication theory. So, during that time, ito yung mga conditions. Either on or of state, polarized or non-polarized or reverse polarized, magnetic or non-magnetic. Yan. So, that one corresponds to one of two possible states, yung ating bit na sinasabi dito. So, information processing theory, how to quantify this flow of information so that different tasks confronting the human operator can be compared. Measure task difficulty by determining the rate at which information is presented. Measure processing efficiency using the amount of information an operator processes per unit of time. Provides metrics to compare a human performance across a wide number of different tasks. So your information theory determines the number of events, the probabilities of events, and ito yung pangatlo, sequential constraints and context. Sequential constraints and context. Okay. So sabi natin kanina, this one is, ano yun? Meron tayong mathematical definition of information, and that is, can be expressed for equally likely outcomes. Take note of the formula. So your amount of information is equal to log of 2 to the base n. That is, your n here is the number of equally likely alternatives, and your h is the amount of information. It says here also that the easy way of calculating log of 2 is to use the following formula, and that is log of 2 to the base n is simply 1.4427 times your ln of 2. Then for not equally likely outcomes, you have the summation of your probability of the event or alternatives from either 1 to n. Yan, probability of alternatives from 1 to n times your log of 2 to the base 1 over the probability of your alternatives from 1 to n. Okay? So, yan yung formula na meron tayo. So, let's have an example. For equally likely outcomes, with only two alternatives, such as the on and off state of a chip or the toss of an weighted coin, how many bits of information was presented? Okay? So here, we have only two alternatives. So, ibig sabihin, your N here is 2. Okay? Equally likely. Dalawa lang ang alternative eh. Dalawa lang ang choice. So, we are using the formula H is equal to log of 2 times your base N. So, that is log of 2 times base 2. So, what is the amount of information? Oh, you can type in your answer sa ating in-call messages. So, log of 2. Ilan daw? Yes, tama. 1 bit lang. Kasi either, ano ibig sabihin nan? So, ibig sabihin, 1 bit, 2 alternatives. Okay? So, 1 bit ay for on, and the other one, so yung ating isang bit, 0, is for the off. Or vice versa, yung 1 bit natin is nasaan ganyan, unweighted. So, pwedeng sa tail, at yung isa naman ay sa head. No, it's either on and off. So, 1, 0, 1, 0. Ang bit na ang binary natin is 1 and 0. Okay? Yan. May question kayo sa problem number 1? Meron? Wala? Naintindihan? Yes. Okay. Next. With 10 equally likely alternatives, such as the numbers from 0 to 9, how many bits of information? So, equally likely outcomes. Ang N natin here is 10. Okay? So, using the same formula, H is equal to log of 2 to the base N. Ang N natin ay 10. So, what will be our answer? .3219. How about yung iba? 3.3219. Okay. 3.3219 bits. Yan. Huwag muna kayong matutulog ha. Saka mamaya na konti kayo kumain. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 3 bits of information from 0 to 9. Yan, halimbawa, rolling a fair equal 6-sided die. How many bits of information kaya for a fair or equally 6-sided die? Ano kaya? Ano kaya ang sagot? Rolling a fair 6-sided die. So, what will be your N here? Your N is 6. So, from our formula, H is equal to log of 2 to the base N. So, that is log of 2 to the base 6. So, what is our answer? 2.5850. Yes. 2.5850 bits, or approximately at least 3 bits encoded efficiently, or 3 bits to encode the result efficiently. Okay. So, naintindihan for equally likely outcomes? Paki-thumbs up na kung naintindihan. Paki-thumbs down kung hindi naintindihan. Example lang. Okay. Naintindihan for equally likely. Yan. Fair. Pag sinabing fair, ay di equal. Okay? From our example, and you need to determine the N. Yan. So, another one, how about for not equally likely outcomes? Okay. So, yung formula natin, H is equal to the summation of your probability of, ano ko ba yun? Okay. Wait lang, nasa na siya? Probability of your alternatives from 1 to n multiplied by your log of 2 to the base 1 over the probability of your alternatives from 1 to n. So you have here, sa problem, consider a coin weighted so that heads up and comes up of the time and tails only 10% of time. What is the amount of information? Okay, so your N1 here is what? 0.90. 90% of the time. So for 9.90, ito ay for the heads. And your N2 is 0.10 for the tails. Na, so yung probability ng ating events. So from our formula, so you have H is equal to the summation of your probability of your alternatives times your log of 2 to the base 1 over the probability of your alternatives. So you'll have here 0.90 times log of 2 to the base 1 over 0.90 plus 0.10 log of 2 times the base to the base 0.10. So what is the amount of information? What is the amount of information? What is the amount of information? Grabe, ang dami kong notification, 50. How about yung iba? Same answer ba? Lang pala. Point 4690. 0.4690 bits. Okay? Hanap lang ako ng iba pang example. Hanap tayo ng iba pang example for not equally likely outcomes. For not equally likely outcomes. Okay. So for this one, for not equally likely outcome, so as you can see here sa table, naka-solve na siya or pinahaba lang. So let's try to solve it on our own using yung formula natin. So you have, so your H is 0.5 log of 2 to the base 1.5 plus 0.25 log of 2, 1 over 0.25 plus 0.125, yun, plus pwede na natin siyang i-multiply sa 2 kasi dalawa yung 0.125. Ano? 0.125 log of 2 times 1 over 0.125. So, how many bits of information? Tama ganap 1.75. 0.5 log of 2 times 1 over 0.5 equals plus 0.25 log of 2 equals plus 2 times 0.125 log of 2 1 over 0.125. Yes, correct. Correct nga. Kinuha nyo ba? Expanded? Yes or no? Nag-solve ba kayo? 1.75 bits. Nag-solve ka kayo? Yes po. Sagot naman. Para naman malaman ko kung kayo ay nag-exist pa or buhay pa dyan. Wala pa rin nasagot? Ay siya, sige. Salamat.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So, from here, hindi na, tinanong kasi ng isa kong klase, ma'am, is it necessary for us to put that also in a table? Hindi na. So, ang kailangan lang natin is the formula, then substitution from the formula, then your answer. So, hindi naman kailangan na you need to identify the alternatives, okay? The probabilities. Then, itong alternative na ito, 1 over P sub I. Then this one. So, siya lang ay ginawang ganere. Ano? Probability of event. So, you have 0.5, 0.25, 0.125, 0.125. 1 over your probability of alternatives. So, that is 1 divided by 0.5. So, you'll have 2. 1 over 0.25, you'll have 4. 1 over 0.125, you have 8. Then log of 2, 2 times 2, that is equal to 1. Log of 2 times 4 to the base 4, that is equal to 2. Log of 2 to base 8. And, yeah, pares lang pala. Okay? Then for the answer, 1 divided by 2, tama ka? 1 divide 2. O tama, 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5. 2 divided by 4, that is 0.5. 3 divided by 8, that is 0.375. And pares lang, 3 divided by 8, 3 divided by 8, that is 0.375. Pag inad natin yan, so that will give us also 0.175. So same as our answer dito. Okay? Next. For sequential constraints and context, medyo malayo yung kanyang example, mamaya natin ibibigay. So for this one, given a particular context, it may be highly expected and therefore, its occurrence conveys very little information in that context. So for your sequential constraint, the amount of information is log of 2 times to the base 1 over your probability of event given context X. Ano? So, say for example, the probability na male is tall. Probability na ang female ay tall. Okay? So, just like that case. So, medyo malayo pa yung example ha. Doon na lang natin siya solve mamaya. So, done na tayo sa equally likely outcomes, not equally likely outcomes. Then, yung formula naman natin for sequential constraints and context. So, that is this one, log of 2 to the base 1 over the probability of event given context X. So, later yung kanyang example. So, for redundancy, note that the amount of information, yung sunod natin kanina, which is 0.469 conveyed by a weighted coin, is less than the amount of information conveyed by an unweighted coin. Okay. So, ang kanya ay 1 and 4.69. So, ibig sabihin, yung 4.69 is the average and the maximum is 1. Why? Dun sa maximum, that is, dalawa lang, di ba? It's either head or tail. Okay? So, log of 2 to the base 2, ang answer natin is 1 bit. And that is our, what? Our maximum. No? So, ang ating H maximum is equal to 1 and our H average is yung 0.469. Okay? Kasi, meron tayong ito kasi nanggaling dun saan? Dun sa 90% at saka 10%. Okay? Hindi pala. 90% at saka 10%. Okay. So, the maximum amount of information is always obtained when the probabilities are equally likely. Diba? For equally likely natin, yung kanina, it's either head or tail. So, log of 2 to the base 2. So, ang answer natin is 1 bit. And for your average naman, so ito naman yung maraming probabilities. So, it's either 90% or 80% and 20%. Yan. 4.69 bits. So, this leads to the concept of redundancy and the reduction of information from the maximum possible due to unequal probabilities. So, yung ating unequal probability is then our average information. Okay? So, therefore, the redundancy can be expressed as percent redundancy is equal to 1 minus your average information divided by the maximum information times 100. Okay? So, yung ating average information is the actual average information conveyed taking into the account all the three variables. Okay? For your maximum, that is the maximum possible information that would be conveyed by the n alternatives if they were equally likely. So, yung sa maximum naman, either 3 variables, 4, or whatever, how many? Yan. For the case of the weighted coin, what will be the value of your redundancy? So, kanina, sinabi natin that your maximum, ano nga ang ating maximum? Ang maximum natin ay 1 bit ga. And our average, tama ga, is 4.69. 4690 pala. Dito na lang ako magre-rely sa in-call messages. That is 4.690. 4.4690. So, the percent redundancy will then be 1 minus your H ng average divided by your H ng maximum times 100. So, that is 1 minus average natin is 0.4690 divided by 1 times 100. So, your percent redundancy is equal to what? How many percent? 53.10 or 53.1%. Okay? Same answer nung iba. Sige, pag hindi kayo nag-compute sa inyong mga pwesto, pagdating ng ng midterm exam, hindi niyo maintindihan. Balaha kayo. Okay. How can the information content of a task be quantified? So the answer is, information is traditionally measured in bits, okay? Which is the amount of information required to decide between two equally likely alternatives. Thus, if the task requires the operator to choose between 8 equally alternatives, the information content is 3 bits. Unfortunately, only very structured tasks can be easily quantified. For equally alternatives, okay. So, either two equally alternatives or kaya naman to choose between 8 equally likely alternatives. So, ang ating information is in 3 bits. Why? Kasi that is what? Log of 2 to the base 8. Check nyo nga if ang answer natin dyan ay 3 bits. Pag dalawa, ay di log of 2 to the base 2. That is what? 1 bit. Tama ba? Log of 2 to the base 8 is equal to 3. So, check. Okay. Thanks, Aya and Katrina, for the answer. Yan. What is redundancy? Give a good example of redundancy. Redundancy, again, is the amount of information content, is the reduction rather of information null content due to the alternatives not being equally likely. Some alternatives are much more likely than others. So in the extreme cases, if one of two alternatives always appear, there is no information being presented. Halimbawa, yung example dito, ang araw daw ay sumisikat tuwing umaga. Eh wala naman tayong ibang option dahil talaga namang tuwing umaga lang siya sumisikat. Diga? No, kasi sa hapon naman siya naman ay lumulubog. Not unless kung sa tanghali ay sumisikat din ang araw o kaya sa hapon ay sumisikat din ang araw. Okay? Yan. So kapag isa lang, so walang alternative, walang information rather na pinaresent. So ibig sabihin, 0 bit. 0, wala. As in 0, pero I don't know if meron pa ba yung bit na tinatawag. A traffic signal uses redundancy to assist individuals with deficiencies in color vision. So the red light is always in the top position. Therefore, 2 dimensions. So ang kinonsider nila is good and color and position. So these are being utilized to convey the same information. Okay, pag red, ano ba ang red? Sa traffic signal, stop. Green is go. And orange is getting ready. Okay, pag nasa taas siya, ibig sabihin, color red, then hindi pwede siya mapunta sa baba. So, anong probability ay na magkamali? Yan. So, pag sinabi natin redundancy again, what is redundancy ba? So, that one is the information or extra information in a message or present in a message that does not contribute to its meaning. No. So, kung pumunta man siya sa gitna, yung red, so same pa din naman na ang kanyang ibig sabihin ay stop. Kung pumunta siya doon sa pangatlo, sa baba, ang ibig sabihin pa rin naman niya ay stop. Yan. So, redundancy is just an extra information that does not contribute to its meaning, but helps in error detection, correction, and compression. So again, that is the difference between 1 minus your average over your maximum. Tama ga? Average, yes, divided by the maximum. Then how about entropy? So entropy is the amount of information in a stimulus that depends on the probability that the stimulus carries relevant information. So it also speaks of information uncertainty or entropy. Shannon and Weaver pioneered information theory. So actually si Shannon ay Shannon entropy, siya yung pioneer talaga sa entropy. No. So yung unang nag-aral sa information theory. They define information as uncertainty or entropy. For example, again, so a statement such, Oy, ining, paipo daw. such as the sun went up this morning, carries no information. Okay. Since the sun goes up every morning, so the probability that is present is 1. Therefore, there is no information uncertainty. So, for entropy, same pa din naman yung gagamitin natin na formula for equally likely outcomes, for not equally likely outcomes, and sequential constraints and context. So, we're done with for equally likely outcomes. I guess no question for that. For not equally likely outcomes, no question for that also. Then how about sequential constraints and context? Tingnan natin yung example. Solve muna pala natin ito. Halimbawa, start with a deck of 64 cards. Okay? 16 cards in 4 suits. Kasi meron tayong, ano ba yung mga nasa cards? Meron tayong heart, meron tayong diamond, meron tayong, ano pa yun? Ano pa yung nasa card? Pulang heart, pulang diamond. Yung flower, at saka yung, anong tawag doon? Yung sa ganito. Yan, spade. Tama. Tapos yung flower. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, tigla-16 silang apat. So, ask a person to think of card. Your task is to identify the card the person is thinking of. You can ask the person for hints. First, let us note that the amount of information uncertainty in the single card that you will try to identify is, so the probability, the amount of information is log of 2 to the base n. Ang n natin here is what? 64. Okay? So that is 6 bits. So we can also do the calculation using probabilities. So the probability to find a single card is the probability that is equal to 1 over 64. Okay? So that is 1 over, ano ba yun? Ipot-ipot kayo ng kaunti at may nadaan na mga faculty, eh hindi sila makadaan. Okay, that is log of 2, 1 over your PI. Okay, probability of alternatives. That is log of 2, 1 over 64 is equal to log of 2 of 64 is just the same, 6 bits. So say given the hint that the card is red, so what will be the answer for that one? So kung ang card daw ay red, so ang card na red natin, di ba ang card na red ay ilan? Bali 32, 16 na heart at 16 na diamond. Tama ga? So that will be log of 2 to the 32. Base 32. So your answer here will be log of 2 to 32. Anong answer? That is 5. Yung kanina, as log of 2 to the base 64 is 6. Ano? So, ari ay red. Okay? So, that is 5 bits. Given that the card is heart, so 1 bit, lower 8 hearts. So, kung halimbawa ay, ano pa bang pwede? Kung 32, ari ay red, that is heart and diamond. Okay. So, halimbawa, ang tanongin natin ay, ano ba yung ace of heart? May ace of heart. Ano yung ace? Alas? Kung may natira pa tayo na kalahati pa, kunyari isa, ilan doon yung red na heart, kunyari black na, ano ba black? Spade. Okay? So, 16, di ba yung spade doon? So, how many bits of information? That will be 4. So, paano nangyayari dito is, nagpa-minus 1 lang tayo ng minus 1. Ano? So, that is 6 minus 1 is 5, 5 minus 4, and so on. Okay? Lower to 2 cards. So, what is the theoretical amount of information or informational content for a random chosen letter of the English alphabet? So, how many alphabet ba meron for an English alphabet? How many letters rather meron ba sa English alphabet? Ilang letters meron? Okay, 26. So, ang tanong, what is the theoretical amount of information? So, that is log of 2 to the base 26. So, kada isang letter, how many bits of information? Log of 2, base 26, that is 4.70. Tama po ba? 4.70, yes. 4.7004 bits of information. Okay? Next. Okay. A bent coin. Sa regular coin, okay, meron tayong log of 2 to the base 2 is equal to 1. Ano? Ang information natin ay 1. Ang this case, bent yung coin and is tossed and it comes up 90% sa head and tail is 10%. Okay. Consider or calculate the amount of information in this condition considering both outcomes. Kasi class, regardless kung siya man ay bent or regular, parehas pa rin naman ang lalabas ga tail tsaka head. Tama ga? Hindi naman porke siya ay bent, meron ng lalabas na head. Bakit yung tawag na head? Head and tail. Wala naman dong buntot. Tao at Tagalog. Tao at ibon. Head and, ewan ko sa English na lang, head and tail. Okay? So, sympathy naman, okay, the information, so that is 47. Kung equal, okay? So, ang ginawa lang natin is pinahaba lang natin ito. So, same na. For head, probability nun is 5. Tail, it's so the total bits of information is 0.469 ang nakuha natin. Okay, for the regular coin, so that is probability ng 2. Okay, log of 2 to the base 2 or 2 times 0.5 log of 2, so that is equal to 1. Okay, yung 2.5 natin is assumption. Ano? So, then how about sa example natin, yung next 3 na natin, 'di ba, equally, and the other one ay yung sequential constraints and context. Constraints and context. Ito na yung example. Okay, for that one, ang sabi natin ay, ano nga yung formula natin for that one? Okay, probability of event given context of X. Okay? So, ang formula natin ay, so you have, log of 2, 1 over the probability of your alternative or event given yung context na X. Okay. So, sabi dito sa problem, calculate the probability that if somebody is tall, meaning taller than 6 feet or whatever, that person must be male. Assume that the probability of being male, so the probability of being male is 0.5. And so likewise, the probability of being female is 0.5. Suppose that 20% of males are taller. So the probability na male, na tall at male is 0.2, and that 6% of females are tall, or the probability na tall ay female is 0.06. So this exercise asks you to calculate for the probability na male ay tall. Ano? Wait lang ha. Okay. So, from here, so ang ating given ay probability ng male ay 0.5, probability ng female ay 0.5, probability ng tall at male ay 0.2, probability na tall at female ay 0.06. Okay. So, alamin natin ang probability ng tall muna. So, alamin natin, probability ng tall. Probability ng tall is probability ng lahat ng yan. Tall na male at probability ng male plus probability ng tall na female at probability ng female. Okay. So, probability ng tall male, nasa ba? 0.2. Ano gaari? Ba't tayo naging PM na? Bigla. Yes, probability ng...
Ay, dadaan mo na sa TI. So, kung tinayagan nila yung topic bago sa mga kinagay.
Oh. Bakit ano ganyan?
Hindi yung nagpapagana, hindi pa pala naman sa med.
Ala, hindi pwede.
Pero kung naman pang ganun eh.
Dapat ay sila muna ang mag-approve. Bago. Ay, sino ganti ay ninyo? Hindi pa advisor. So, na teacher.
Nag-comment na ako. Hanap na kayo siya ko sa akin. Sorry po. Kaka-ice cream lamang. Tapos wala din. Ice cream daw. Tapos,
Hindi ka dati may ice cream na tayo.
yung last time na nakaraan.
Oo, may ice cream tayo.
Sabi siya, double overdose na
Sa sugar.
Tapos coffee, hindi naman bago.
Oo. Oo, may coffee na. Oo. Dati may ice cream na. Hindi ganyo alam. Pasensya na. Okay. That is, the probability ng tall ay male is 0.2. Probability, mali na naman. RAM. Probability ng male ay 0.5 times 0.5 plus probability na tall female is 0.06 at probability ng female is 0.5. So, what is the probability na ng tall? Ilan? 0.2 times 0.5, 0.2 times 0.2 ga? Yes, 0.2. 0.2 times 0.5 plus 0.06 times 0.5. 0.13. Yes, okay. Thank you for the answer. Okay. Then, wait lang. Then, alamin natin, 1 over, probability ng 0.77. Probability ng male. Probability ng male. That is 0.2. Wait lang po ha, may error lang akong inaano. Log of 2. Log of 2. 1 over 77. Male ay tol. Male ay tol. Saglit lang. So, next ay, kailangan makapunta tayo ng probability na male ay tall. Okay. So, alamin natin ang amount ng information for 0.2. Ano? Wait lang. So, you have h ng log of 2. So, that is 20. So, that is log of 2 ng PI ay 1 over 0.20. Okay. Then, the other one ay log of 2, 1 over 0.06. 0.06. Okay, 1 over. So, what will be the answer for this one? Ayan. If you know that somebody is male, ari pala yun. Okay. If you know that somebody is male, how much information do you gain in bits? Kung alam natin, okay, so that is what? So, dito ka na lang ilagay. H is log of 2. 1 over, male natin ay 0.20. Okay. Letter A. Letter B ay female is tall. Log of 2 times 1 over 0.06. So, what is your answer for A? For A ay what? Ano answer sa A? $2.3219 bits. Then for B, what is the answer? For B, log of 2 to the base 1 over 0.06. That is 4.0589 bits. Okay, tama. Then for C, so finally, how much information do you gain from learning that a tall person is female? Okay, for letter C, so female daw ay that a tall person is female. So that is the probability na female at saka tall. So that, that is what? So kailangan natin identify ang probability ng tall at siya ay female at probability ng times probability na siya ay female. Divide natin sa, of course, probability na tall. Divide na probability ng tall. Tama. So, you have here, probability ng tall at female. Anong answer natin doon? Teka, tingnan ko yung aking problem. Nasaan ba yun? Hindi pala putol. Sino ang may kopya? Balikan na lang natin yung problem. Probability ng tall ay female, 0.06. 0.06. 0.06 at probability ng female ay 0.5 divided by the probability na tall ay anong nakuha natin? 2 0.06 23 2.329 23 2.3219. What is your answer? Ano answer? Mali ako. Mali ere, 0.13 lang pala. Sorry naman. Mali. Yung nauna pala natin sinolve kanina, ano? Ano sagot? 0.0219. Wait lang po. 0.0. Ay, naku. Ayun, sino ba na naman ako? 129. 129. Ang answer natin ay yeah, tubo muna ako. 0.2308. 0.2308. So, ito yung probability na siya ay tall at siya ay female. Ang tinatanong natin is how much information do you gain from learning? So, from that, so you have how much information? So, log of 2 to your n. So, that is log of 2 times 1 over 0.2308. So, that is equal to how much information? Log of 2, 1 over 0.2308. That is 2.1153. 2.1153 bits. Tama ga? So, ito po yung amount of information na nakuha natin from the probability that a tall person is female. Okay? Naintindihan? Ayan. So, medyo ang mahirap lang, idea ang context and constraints. Ano? So, talagang gamit na gamit si probability ninyo. Okay? Next natin is bandwidth or channel capacity. Shannon limit on information capacity is also known as the noisy channel coding theorem. Okay. So, this refers to the theoretical maximum rate of transmitting information through a communication channels without an error. The said theorem is said to be helpful in determining maximum efficiency when transmitting data. So, the maximum information processing speed of a given communication channel is known as the bandwidth or channel capacity. For human operator, for motor processing task, this is as low as 6 to 7 bits per second or as high as 50 bits per second for speech communication. For purely storage of the ear or the information that increasing decision making, the bandwidth approaches 10,000 bits per second. So what is the formula na gagamitin natin for bandwidth or channel capacity? So that is your information capacity is equal to your channel bandwidth times log of 2 to the base 1 plus the received signal to noise ratio. Okay? So this will be the formula. Say for example, a satellite TV channel has a signal to noise ratio of 20 decibels and has a bandwidth of 10 megahertz. Solve for the maximum data rate of the channel. So your 20 decibels is equal to 100 watts. So your channel, ano ba ang C? Baka mali ako. Ang C ay CCC. Hindi ko nakukuha. Ang C ay information capacity. Ang B ay channel bandwidth. So information capacity, hinahanap natin. Solve for the maximum data rate of the channel. Information capacity. Ang B natin ay 10. Pananggaling si 10 mega. So that is times 10 to the 6th. Okay. Log of 2 times 1 plus signal to noise, 20 decibel then, that is equal to 100 watts. Okay. From this one, we can now solve 10 times 10 to the 6 and log of 2 to the base 1 plus 100. So you will have, ano to? 1, 2, 3, 66,582,114.83 bits per second. So, divide natin yung 66,582,114.83 divide 1 million. So, that is 66.582,11482 mega bits per second. Okay. So, naintindihan itong example na to. Okay. So, for 20 decibels equal to 100 watts. Okay? So, 10 times yung 10 mega, kaya 10 to the 6th. Okay. Another, a typical telephone line with a signal to noise ratio is 30 decibels. What is the required bandwidth? So, ang hinahanap natin ay yung bandwidth. So, B. Tama, channel bandwidth. So, B ang hinahanap natin sa problem na ito. Okay. What is the required bandwidth to achieve the maximum data rate of 3 megabits per seconds? So, from this one, so yung 30 is equal to 1,000. Ang 20 ay 100. Ang 10 ay 1. Okay? 30 decibels ay 1,000 watts. Okay? So, your channel capacity is 3 times ito, maximum. So, 3 megabits per second. So, 3 times 10 to the 6 is equal to B, log of 2. Your signal to noise ratio is 1,000 watts plus times 1 plus 1,000. Okay, so kung siya ay, so divide natin both sides by log of 2 to the base 1 plus 1,000 para makuha natin ang B. So that will give us 300,986.4452 Hz, or i-divide natin sa 1,000, okay, para maging kilohertz. So that is 300,986.4452 divide 1,000. That will give us 300.9864452 kilohertz. Okay? Yan. Mamaya may example ulit. Channel capacity. ako din. Tingnan ko lang kung meron akong channel capacity. So, wait lang po ha, channel capacity. Tingnan lang ako na example for channel capacity. Redundancy, bits, wait lang. Bakit? Saang slash? Ah, okay, sige. Teka lang, naghanap na ako na example for channel capacity. Channel capacity, contrast, lock, select. Channel capacity. Channel capacity. Density 24. Wait lang, hanap lang ba? Ah, mamaya pala. Matatouch na rin naman pala yun. So, tatandaan class, the channel capacity is the inverse of your bandwidth. Ha? So, kung ang ating inverse lang ng bandwidth ang channel capacity. Naman pala. Sige, mamaya lang. Okay, so let's have another example. Punta muna tayo dun sa isa for reaction time. Ayos lang naman. Wait lang po, basta po sa ayaw. Wait lang, ayaw. Okay, so for this one, so since ang topic naman natin is about reaction time, so kasama natin itong si Hick-Hammond's law. Okay, so Hick-Hammond's law is the speed and difficulty of decision making and response selection, as discussed earlier, are influenced by many factors. So one attempt at quantifying this process is typically performed through a choice reaction experiment, in which the operator will respond to several stimuli with several appropriate responses. This can be considered as simple decision making based on the human information processing system. Response time should increase as the number of alternative stimuli increases. Response is linear, but when decision complexity is quantified in terms of the amount of information conveyed in bits, then the response becomes linear and is referred to as the Hick-Hammond's law. So in short, for the reaction time, ang gagamitin nating formula is reaction time is equal to the intercept plus the slope or the information processing rate multiplied by the amount of information that is in bits. So reaction time is equal to A plus B times your H. Ang A natin is the intercept, slope. B again is the information processing rate. So overall, choice reaction time also varies considerably due to variety of factors. the greater the compatibility between the stimulus and the response, the faster the response. Okay? Pagka-compatible, kunwari ay ang choice lang naman natin is dalawa. No? So, syempre, mabilis for us to respond. The more practice, the faster the response. So, syempre, kapag halimbawa, kagaya nun sa ating example, experiment, meron tayong 60 trials. So, syempre, paulit-ulit, alam na natin kung ano yung ating hahanapin. Then, syempre, for the reaction naman, sa speed of response natin, so kapag alam na natin, is mabilis na. Kaya lang minsan, sa bilis is the greater the number of errors. Ano? So, similarly, if there is a requirement for very high accuracy, the response time will become slower. So, syempre, kapag definite na yung hinahanap natin, for example, air traffic control, so dapat certain tayo dun sa response na i-create natin para hindi tayo magkaroon ng false alarm or hits. Okay? So, this inverse relationship is known as speed accuracy trade-off. So, hindi pa naman yan kasali. So, balik natin yung example. Okay. Ito muna ating gamitin. Yan. So, wait. A company is using 3-digit order stops to code purchase orders on business. The initial step is to sort according to the first digit, so there are 10 possible digits of the purchase order. So this step is accomplished by pressing a key button with corresponding number, which dumps the order to the bin. A typical sorter can sort 60 orders per minute, and it takes a minimum of 0.3 seconds to push the key button with cognitive processing involved. Assuming that the order is collected evenly, what is the purchase order sorter's bandwidth? So, ano nga yung formula natin for that one? Where is my panulat? So, ang tinatanong natin ay so, assuming that the order is collected evenly, what is the purchase order's sorter's bandwidth? So, that is... So, it's good. What's the... Okay, or capacity. So, that is... So, assuming that the equally likely alternatives, the response time is determined by, okay, ang response time natin, ang formula natin again is your response time is equal to A plus B times your H. Tama? And your H here is what? Log of 2 to the base N. Okay? So, your response time, ang A natin, what is the A here? Ang A natin ay, ano bang A natin? Ang A natin is the intercept. Ano? Tama ba? So, ang A natin dito, or takes a minimum of 0.3. Ang A ga natin ay ano? Mali ako. Wait. Ang A natin ay, doon pala yung sa kabila. Ang A natin is the intercept. Okay? So, that is what? 0.3 plus ang A natin dito ay hinahanap. And your H here is log of 2. Ang N natin ay 10. Okay? 10. So, that will be, your response time is 0.3 plus log of 2 to the base 10. Log of 2 to the base 10 is 3.3219. 3.3219 B. Ano is B? Okay. Then, for sorting rate of 60 purchase orders, okay, purchase orders per minute, ang response time natin ay 1 second per order. For 60 purchase order per minute, ang ating response time ay 1 second per order. Okay, so ibig sabihin, for our response time is equal to your A plus B times your H. So that is 1 is equal to your A, that is 0.3, plus your B times 3.3219. So what will be the value of your B? Your bandwidth, that is what? 1.3 by 3.3219. Ang answer natin ay, ba't mali ang sagot ko? 0.3, 0.32. Ano answer? 0.3 plus 3.3219 bits. What will be your answer? Tapusin muna natin bago kayo kumain, ha? What is, how many bits? Tignan natin yung sinagutan. That is 0.2107 seconds per bit. Okay. So, tingnan natin ha kung paano. Let's have siguro block siguro. Kasi that one ay ito yung aking pinaros out dito. B plus B 3.2 which wait lang. 1 so B 7 okay 0.3. So you have 1. Then for our channel capacity, what is the channel capacity? Ang sabi natin, that is just what? The inverse of our bandwidth. So if that's the inverse of our bandwidth, okay, so 1 over your inverse ng bandwidth. So 1 divided by 0.2107, 0.2107. So what will be your answer? 1 divided by 0.2107. That is for 4.7460. 4.7461 rather. 61 bits per second. Okay. Then, kung puntahan naman natin yung nandito na example, so parehas lang din yan. So, as you can see, same yung given, iba lang yung scenario. No? So, ito naman, in terms of letter, yung sinagot natin is in terms of, ano ba yun? Letter and, ano to? In terms of response. Ano ito? In terms of letter, yung sinagutan natin kanina, this one, is in terms of response. So, same lang din siya ng given. Diga. Yan. What is the mail sorter's bandwidth? So, mail sorter's bandwidth, so parang ito rin yung formula na gagamitin natin. Kaya lang, ito in terms of letter, hindi in terms of response. So, kung sasagutan natin siya, kagaya lang din ng solution natin kanina, so you have your response time is equal to A plus B times your information. Okay, so ang response time natin, ang A natin is 0.3. Okay, hanapin natin ang bandwidth. Ang amount of information natin ay log of 2 to the base 10. Okay, so that is 0.3 plus 3.3219. Tama ga? 3.3219. Hanapin ko dito, 3. Nasaan? Hindi pa, ma'am. Wait, tama ba? 3.3219. Okay. Then, B. Okay. So, same thing naman. Ang response time natin dito is 1 second per letter. Okay. 60 envelopes per minute. Okay. So, that is 1 is equal to 0.3 plus 3.3219B. So, your B is equal to what? So, that is 1 minus 0.3 divided by 3.3219. What is your answer? 0.7. Mali ako. 0.7. B is 0.7 divided by 3.3219. So your B is what? Ang B natin ay 0.7 divide natin sa 3.3219. That is 0.21, ano yun? 0.2107. Ano? 0.02107 second per beat. Then how about same din for our channel capacity. For channel capacity, sabi natin that is what? Yung inverse lang. Ano? 1 over B. So that is 1 over 0.2107. So ang answer natin ay 1 divided by the answer 4.7461. Okay? Naintindihan? So, hinanap natin si bandwidth, hinanap natin si channel capacity. Okay. So, after a while, the sorter notices that campus mail is distributed as follows. If the mail sorter, bits per second. If the mail sorter used this information, how many pieces of mail could the sorter possibly handle in 1 minute? So, meron tayong zone 0, percent distribution is 25, or 25% sa 1, that's 15%, sa 2, that's 25%, and for each zone, 3 to 9, that is 5%. Okay, so paano natin ngayon to susolvein? Okay, so yung formula natin for this one, so you have your, tinatanong how many pieces of mail could sorter possibly handle in 1 minute. So you have, kuhanin muna natin ang amount of information. So that is, H is equal to the summation of your alternatives times log of 2 to the base 1 over your alternatives. So you have for 0 zone, so you have 25. Dalawa ang 25 natin. So multiply natin siya sa 2 kasi dalawa, ano. So that's 0.25 times log of 2. So 1 over 0.25. Pa-compute na ha. Plus, you have 0.15. So that is 0.15. So log of 2 to the base 1.15 plus, okay, so yung 3 to 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, pare-parehas na 5%, that is 7, okay, times point, ano yun, 0.5%, 0.05, dito ko na itutuloy ha, log of 2 to the base 1 over 0.05. Ayun, nakasunod ha. Ayun. So, naintindihan yung 7, saan ang galing? Kasi isa-isahin pa natin. No? So, pare-parehas siya. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ay 7. So, 5 times log of 1. So, ano yung how many information? Saan pa ako? How many bits of information? Ito na pala. Ano talaga ang answer? O, bakit ang answer? 0.8464, may 2.9232. Saan nagkamali? Saan nagkamali? Mali po input. Okay. Hindi naman mali eh. Ang answer nga ay ano, Jana, you're not wrong. Ang mali ay alin? Yung iba, yun, mali ang input nila. So the answer is 2.9232. Saan kayo nagkamali? Saan nagkamali yung iba? Bakit mali yung answer? 4.84. Okay, so the amount of information is 2.9232 kasi not equally likely outcomes. Okay. Then, ang tinatanong natin ay how many pieces of mail would the sorter possibly handle? So, so you have there, your reaction time is equal again A plus B times your H. Ang A natin ay given na 0.3 plus yung B na nakuha natin kanina ay 2.9232. 2.11. Wait lang ha, 2.11. Yun, 2.107. 2.107. 2.107. 2.107. Tama ga? 2.107. 2.1. Oh, 70 kasi yun. 2.10. 0.2107 rather. 0.21. Pare-parehas tayong gutom na ha. Mamaya, maghintay lang ng konti. 0.2107. Then your H, anong H natin? 2.9232. 2.9232. Okay, so the response time is what? 0.2107. 0.2107 times 2.9232 plus 0.3. 0.91659. 0.9159. Kulang daw. Okay, tama. 0.9159 second per letter. Okay, so how many letters? So kung meron tayong 60 seconds per 0.9159 second per letter. So the answer natin dito ay how many letters? 60 divide 0.9159, 65.5 letters. So 65.5 letters ang kaya niyang or pieces of mail na pwede niyang isort in 1 minute. Oh, so per segundo naman ari. Okay? Gets. Another example. So what is the amount of information in a set of 6 signals if each has an equal probability of occurrence? Okay, so given ito, kaya lang ang tanong is set of 6 signals that has an equal probability. So simply, ang gagamitin lang natin is your h is equal to your log of 2 to the base n. And that is log of 2 to the base 6 pala. Kasi ang n natin here ay 6. So what is your answer? Madali, para tayo mabilis na. Log of 2 to the base 6 is 2.585. Tama ga? Yes. 2.585 bits. Okay. What if naman the amount of information given that the probabilities of the signals are changed? And the probabilities for signal 1 is 0.04, for 2, 0.12, for 3, 0.18, for 4, 0.24, for signal 5 is 0.20, and for signal 6 is 0.22. So, you will have your summation ng probability such that, ano pa yun? Ay, hindi pala, log of 2 times your 1 over your probability of alternative. So that is what? 0.04 log of 2 to the base 1.04 plus 0.12 log of 2 to 1 over 0.12 plus 0.18 log of 2 to 1 over 0.18 plus, ilan na yun? 0.24. Wala namang naulit ano? Log of 2 to 1 over 0.24 plus 0.20 log of 2 to 1 over 0.20 plus 0.22 log of 2 to 1 over 0.22. So what is the answer? How many bits? Mamaya muna kayo kumain ha. Matatapos na tayo. 0.04. At 0.04. Hindi ko pala nasa 0.12. What is the answer? That is 0.04. 2.4372. Same answer. 2.4372 bits. Same answer ga? Tama, Ronnie? Thumbs up na, Ronnie?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. How about the others? Cleo? Tama? How about yung iba? Yan. So, di ba madali lang naman ito? Yan. So, same, for this one, as you can see, so meron tayong mga items na magkakaparehas. So, ganun din naman, kagaya nung sinagot natin kanina. So, calculate the amount of information given the probabilities. So, your H is equal to summation, okay, ng PI natin, times log of 2 into the base 1 over your PI. So, that is 18, isa, wala. 0.18 log of 2, 1 over 0.18 plus 2.2 log of 2, 1 over 0.2 plus, dalawa yung 0.8 natin, so 2 times 0.18 log of 2, 1 over 0.18 plus, wait, hindi pala 0.18, 0.08 pala, 0.08, 0.08. Tapos, ang 16, dalawa rin, so 2 times 0.16 log of 2, 1 over 0.16 plus 0.14 log of 2, 1 over 0.14. Okay. How many bits? That is 0.18 that is 0.18 2.7359 2.7359 bits. Okay? So, naintindihan? Yan. So, for today, so yung hindi natin, yung mga example natin na wala kayo, so, i-screen cap ko na lang, screenshot ko na lang, capture ko na lang, then send ko sa inyo. Or, itong buong ito, so, isi-send ko na lang sa inyo. Okay? For your reference ng discussion. Okay? Yung isaga, meron kayo, arin yung hikimans sa response time. Sa bagay, ang meron lang naman din ay yung formula. Wala namang example na binigay. So, okay lang yun. So, ito isi-save ko na lang for section 04 para meron kayong copy ng inyong lecture. Kasi kulang yung nabigay ko sa inyo, hindi, na lang to, example na lang. Kung hindi man kayo nakakopya, para dun sa ibang hindi nakikinig at hindi rin nagkukopya or hindi rin nagsosolve, ay siya, sige, para pagdating ng exam ay makapag-aaral ng mabuti, ay parang hindi ata siya nag-save. Yan, so let's have a recap kung ano yung meron tayo ngayon. Hindi pala siya nag-save. Wait. Nag-hang. Hina ako. Ayaw naman. Not responding. Ayan, okay na. So, send ko na lang later. Wait lang po ha. Inisend ko lang. So what we had today, again, ano yung meron? So, nag-complete tayo ng amount of information. So, meron tayong tatlo for equally likely outcomes, not equally likely outcomes with constraints and ano yung isa? Ano yung may probability of your X? Ano? Yung example natin na male that is tall or female that is tall. Then, redundancy. So, ay, hindi pala natin na-solve yung ano. Meron pa ga doon? Parang meron pa yata. Wait lang. No, not this one. Wait. Meron pa doon pala. Hindi pa pala tapos. 45. Ari pa pala. Sorry. Ay, tapusin. Meron pa. Sabi ko na eh. Kasi kailangan natin ma-identify 0.04, 14, dun sa isa natin, dito, yan, 0.04, 14, 12, 18, 24, yan. So, calculate the redundancy of this configuration. So, kung ang nakuha natin dito, ay, nakashare pa da. Hindi na pala. Wait lang, i-share ko ulit. Kasi kailangan natin i-identify yung maximum at saka yung average. Tagal, bilisan mo naman. So, ang nakuha natin ay 2.4372. Ano? Yung 2.4372 natin is our average. Ano? So, again, 2.43. Tama ga? Ako yung mahina sa ano eh. 2.4372. 2.4372. 2.4372. Okay. So, that is your... Ay, hindi na pala nakasaksak. Okay, so H natin ng average is 2.4372 bits. Ay, how about ang ating maximum? What will be the value of your maximum? Anybody? What will be the value of your maximum? What will be the value of your maximum? Ano kaya ang value ng maximum? Paano natin ma-identify ang value ng maximum? Ang average ay nanggagaling Y1. Y1.
Ano po, ginawa ko po pinag-add ko po yung mga probability po.
Ay hindi. Pag pinag-add natin, probability, hindi. For the maximum, that is what? That is your log of 2 to the base 6. Ano? And that is 2.5850. Okay? 2.5850. Hindi ko alam kung meron din tayong solution na ganon. 2.5850. Wala pala. Okay? So, tatandaan, class, na si average ay nanggagaling saan? Sa not equally likely outcomes. Ha? Not equally likely. Okay? Outcomes. At si maximum ay sa equally likely outcomes. Naintindihan? Naintindihan? Clap your hands nga kung naintindihan. Wait, nasaan ka ang mga nagka-clap ng hands? Paklap-clap nga. Hindi ko naman nakakita na nagka-clap eh. Okay. For not equally, that is what? Sa average. Then for maximum, sa equally. Kasi diba, 6 yung probability. Okay? Ng signal. Then yung average, yung sinolve natin. So, kung tinatanong natin is calculate the redundancy. So, yung percent redundancy, ang formula natin is 1 minus your H na average divided by H ng maximum. Tama ga? Times 100. Tama. Average over maximum, Ronnie. Tama ga? O baliktad? 2.472 over 2.5850 times 100. Ang answer natin ay what is the answer? 1 minus 2.472 2.5850 times 100. Ay, bakit negative? 1 minus 2.472 2.5850 times 100. 4.37, yes, 4.3713. 4.3714. 4 na. Yes, tama. 4.3714. Okay. Naintindihan? So, wala na. Last slide na yan. Okay? So, may question pa. So, alam na ha, ang pag-determine ng maximum at saka ng average. Okay? So, may question pa ba? Kung wala ng question, so sige. So, you have enough time for you to take your break. Early break na pala kasi dapat ay mamaya pa tayo mag-e-end. So, I guess marami na naman tayong examples na nabigay. So, kung meron lang tayong mga items pa na need pa ng more examples, then I can give you also another sets to review kagaya nung dati. Ano? So, meron ba kayong question? Meron kayong question? Wala na? Okay, so kung wala ng question, thank you for today. So I'll be sending na lang the copy ng ating additional lecture. Yan. So, sige po. So, mag-aral for your midterm exam. God bless everyone and enjoy your lunch. Bye-bye. Stay safe as always. Thank you.
Ma'am, hello po.
Yes.
Pwede pong magpa-reiterate po ng pointers po.
Tama na. Para naman final watch. Tama na. Sige lang, Sir Nomer. Sir Nomer. Alin. Yan. So, for the pointers, actually, hindi pa kami nakakapagawa ng exam. Pero, kagaya ng nung quiz natin, so, lahat ng yun ay application din. So, siguro for attention, you're going to determine, there will be a scenario, you're going to determine as to what type of attention yun, say, for selective, sustained, alternating, or multitasking. Then, for computation naman, ay di lahat ng diniscuss natin today, that will be included sa inyong exam. Okay, so I'll give you naman the pointers din. So i-update ko kayo sa GC kapag final na kami ng kung ano ang kasama.
Thank you po.
Oo, basta mag-update na ako sa GC. Okay? Okay, so may question pa po? Wala na. Kung wala na, sige po. Hindi pa. Aaralin ko pa.
Ako dito. Kaya kasama na natin. Kasi